Hi Zoe, hi YouTube friends. Right, another journal update for you guys. Do you find that comforting or annoying that I say the same thing every time? Right, when I watch Ali, she's like, hello, and I don't know what she says, but it's like, hello, and I find it very comforting because I'm like, oh, there's Ali. Do you feel the same? Put a comment below. Otherwise, I'll have to think of something else to say. Right, anyway, back to the point. Is the 29th of January. We're starting that one from. Well, I'm a bit all over the shop. You have to excuse me. Need a cup of tea, I think. Right, so I cleaned the house. Glad I was inside because it was really raining. So I got this little hedgehog with his little umbrella. Show that it was really raining. Caught up with my journal and not a lot happened that day. We had pizza for tea, and my friend Romaine dropped over my belated, let's get you in shot, birthday present, because no one could come and see me because I was poorly. Sorry if I'm a bit sniffy today as well. Oh, it's this time of year, isn't it? And she bought me over a massive bottle of martini, and my husband had already bought me a massive bottle of martini, so now I have two. And as you probably work out, I'm not a big drinker, so they're probably going to last me to next Christmas. So I just got this little martini here to show it. And then I watched some more of Awkward, which was quite good. And we've started cleaning Isabel's teeth. That's why I got this lovely doggy with his smile, or her smile. They're definitely not that dog's teeth, they're human teeth as well, dodge. But anyway, yeah, we started brushing her teeth and she's so good about it, bless her. She's we started off with just using our finger and just going teeth, teeth, and so she got used to it, but now she's got a little toothbrush. Oh, so cute. Right, and then it was the 30th, which was Tuesday, and let's move you up. I walked into World to pay the rent. I was proud that I walked because I've been so lazy at getting the bus lately. As you can see from this, definitely need to do some more walking because I've been too lazy, and it's really strange. I don't put weight on, like get on the scales. I still weigh the same. I mean, I fluctuate by £4 depending on what time of the month it is. Always have done. Always 9 stone, 9 stone 4, 9 stone, 9 stone 4. Sometimes I go the other way and like 8 stone, what that be, 10. But it's the mass. I just seem to expand. I don't know if it's like water retention or something, but I just seem to bulk out unless I do some exercise, and then it just all goes back down again. So thought, right, we're going to walk to Whirl. So paid the rent in and had a look around the charity shops and got a total bargain in the charity shops. Oh, so happy. Apart from my £1.99 jeans I picked up, which still had the labels on and they were £22, I picked up these. So let me just show you. Another project coming on. Ooh, look, and they're immaculate as well, like brand new, and they were only £1 each. So yeah, a travel listography and my future listography. Now, as you know, I can't do anything straightforward. I'm not a big writer. You might think, why did I just pick up a listography if you don't write? Well, I am going to write, but I'm not keeping all their subjects because some of them are not applicable to me. So this is going to be changed into my travel bucket list and achievements book, because as you know, I have my bucket list, and I wanted to put it down somewhere, and I had like this little project started for it, but decided it was too big because what I wanted to do, I was going to collect pictures for everything on my bucket list, and then when I'd done the thing on my bucket list, do a photograph, but it just seemed like the project was just too enormous and I forget to look out for the pictures for it, and it just wasn't going anywhere. So I thought, right, what I can do is I'll put all the bits in here, and I'm quite lucky because obviously some of the topics are already covered. Like this one is cities and states in the United States that, you know, I've visited and hope to visit. So like cities and countries in Europe, and you know, so monuments and memorials. So there's stuff that is applicable to me, so natural wonders. So like my achievements and my bucket list will go under some of them, but then it's only, as you see, it's a small line type thing, so I can easily cover that with a bit of washi tape. And it's a very nice book, because if I flip through on this side, it's got nice illustrations on the other side and plenty of writing space. So I thought I'd amalgamate it all into this one. And then I've also got photos and stuff for the bucket list things I've achieved, and like ticket stubs and things like that. So I mean, they don't take up a whole page, so I could stick something underneath here. Or I was thinking, because I don't like sticking things in when they're a bit precious in case I want to move them, I could get some of those, like one of those cheap £1 photo albums that have got the little pockets in, and like rip it out and then stick it in here, and then I've got a see-through pocket, but you can still obviously see the picture. So, and I could put like a ticket in front of it, or a photograph or whatever. So I thought that might be an idea. So that's what I plan with this one. This one is the future one. It's similar in the way that it's got quite a lot of the travel options there, and theatre things and so on and so forth. Yeah, again, the nice pictures. But to be fair, it is £1. I wasn't going to leave it in the shop. So I'll have a think. But if I don't want to, if I don't end up using it, it might go in a giveaway when I get to 500 subscribers, whenever that is. Because I have got a little stockpile of things that I might end up giving away. So yeah, might pop that in there if I can't think of anything to do with it. So what a bargain though. It wasn't going to stay on the shelf for £1 coming home with me. Right. So back to the day, and when I got back I watched some YouTube. So I've got this little computer here to show the Dingley definication. Never Hopeless by Elizabeth, Smurfy 161 and Vicky Mouse. Just did a little bit watching of the YouTubes like we all do. These tend to be my favourites actually. Oh, there's plenty more out there because I love Endless Adventures as well, but these are the ones that sort of when they pop up I aim for first of all. But there's you can see on my subscriber list I have a lot of people that I do like out there. And I loaded up my YouTube video, and we had meatballs and pasta for dinner, and we watched Just Go With It on Netflix, which has got Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, and I love that. I have seen it before, but Loki hadn't, so I thought, oh, it's a nice film, we'll watch that. And over to Wednesday, and Jared had taken the day off to take me out for belated birthday day out. So we had decided to go to Minehead. Oh my goodness, it was a really, really rainy day. It was so wet. But he'd taken that day off, so we wasn't going to waste it. So we thought, well, we'll just dress up in our wellies and just go for it. So I've got When It Rains, It Pours, even though that's a sort thing, but I thought it was kind of appropriate. And when we got to Minehead, oh, it was bucketing down. Paid for the car park, walked up the high street, walked down the high street, walked back up the high street, got back in the car and went. Everything was shut because it was like, Minehead's a seaside town, and it's seasonal. I didn't know it was seasonal. I thought it was like Weston-super-Mare because we're a seaside town, but we stay open. It could be raining, gales and snow, and we're still open, so you can still get your ice cream and You can't go on your donkey ride on the beach because that is only on the summer. But you could still get your ice cream and your bag of chips in Weston. Apparently in Minehead, though, you just have to suffer the rain and do nothing because nothing was open. Not even the little tea rooms. I was like, well, this is a bit rubbish. Co-op was open and Costa. Yeah, I'm not feeling either of those. So we got back in the car and we drove to Dunster, which has a beautiful castle. We have visited Dunster Castle before. Oh, I've picked you up a leaflet, Zoe. It's in your to send pile, because you might want to visit there. And yeah, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. We didn't go in the castle, and we went in the car park, and it was £1.50 to park, and we thought, well, let's just drive through Dunster first of all to see if anything's open before we pay for the car parking. And lucky we did, because there was nothing open in Dunster either. Very pretty town though, all cobbles and gorgeousness. Definitely, if you're down this end, definitely worth a visit, and the castle. Which I've said about 15 times now. So we drove back to the car park because we noticed there was like a little takeaway tea place, and so we didn't pay for the parking because we were just getting a cup of tea, and it was dead. The car park was empty, so we just sort of like parked in, went and grabbed a tea. Bless little boy in there all by himself. He goes, I haven't seen anybody all day. I said, I'm not surprised. It's like Hurricane Bill and peeing down with rain. So bless him. He goes, oh, you're the only people I've seen. So we got a cup of tea and a flapjack and got back in the car. And then Jared said, oh, why don't we, seeing as like nothing's really going to be open, there's a lot of villages on the way back, and we didn't want to just drive through like the normal boring route. Just going to have a sip of tea. Sorry about that. Let's go through all the little villages, and you know, I know they'd be shut, but we can have a look at them and see if we think they're any good for visiting another time. So we went on a bit of a detour and drove through all of them. But on the way, just outside of Dunster, was this junk shop, and Jared's always quite fancied having a look. And for years, when we've drove by, he's like, "Oh, let's have a look in that shop." So we did. We stopped, and it was so interesting. It just had like. Wow, had like a million mannequins. It had a rather creepy Santa that was just behind a load of doors. Sorry, this is not making sense, is it? Had like LPs and books and, well, junk really, but it was interesting to sort of poke through. So we had a little look in there, and there was lots of sculptures outside that they made, like dragons and things for your garden, although they were very pricey. So that killed half an hour having a little peek through that. Then when we drove through all the little villages. The best one I think was Watch It, which we will go back to, which is a little harbour town, and had a little fish and chip shop and some like little pokey knick-knacky shops. So we might go and explore that one when it's better weather. When we got back, Jared took me for a late lunch at the manor, and the food was horrible. Oh dear, it wasn't a fantastic day. I had the Mexican chicken, and Jared had pie, peas and mash, and the mash was like smash, not real potatoes, as in microwave potatoes, which is just gross, isn't it? You want real potatoes. And my Mexican chicken was blatantly, it had come on one of those sizzler plates, but it was blatantly a microwave meal that had been dumped out onto a hot sizzler plate. Yeah, it was not good. And not to be crude, I rented it. It evacuated as soon as I got home. So it was not good. When we got home, it was a little time before Loki come back, so we went and had a nap. How old people are we? We were cold, and the food wasn't great, so we thought we'd just go and have a nap. So that's what we did. That evening, I just cooked Loki some sesame chicken and rice, because we'd obviously already eaten, and we watched The Do-Over, which is another Adam Sandler film. Love that guy, he's so funny. I've put in here, I'm currently reading Why Mummy Drinks. Oh my goodness, it is so good. I got it for Christmas, which I requested, but I also bought my mother-in-law and my best friend a copy of the book. Now, if you don't know who she is, she's actually a blogger, but she puts her stories up on Facebook. Her name is Jill Sims, and I've been reading her blog for like well over a year. She's so funny, and I got her book, which if you haven't got, it is in the supermarkets. Look, I'm totally promoting her now, but it is, it's hilarious. She's so good. And I'll read you this extract. Oh, wasn't prepared here. Let me just get it out my little tin, because she's so amusing. You have to excuse my reading, sometimes I'm a bit stuttery. Right. Okay, so look at the pretty pictures and I'll tell you a little story. Story time. So this is an excerpt from her blog, not from the book, but I can relate to this. So, Mummy says, I'm going out to the pub with my friends and I'm going to drink pink drinks, which may or may not have umbrellas in them, and actually I wouldn't be put off if they had a sparkler in it too. And we are going to hold entire conversations about growing up things without small children interrupting us, and I'm going to wear an unfeasibly amount of lip gloss and eyeliner and mascara on both eyes. And then we might go to a nightclub and dance, and our lost youths will be recaptured, and we will remember that we exist as actual people and not just wives and mummies. And it's going to be fabulous. Don't wait up, I'm going to be late. At 10 p.m, Mummy stumbles through the door. She has her shoes in one hand and a bag of chips in the other, and a cocktail umbrella behind one ear. Mummy says, "Lol, Fingy, I love you, Fingy. Do you want a chip? Look, I bought a brelly from the pink drinks." Daddy says, "Are you home already? What happened to going to the nightclub and recapturing your lost youth?" Mummy says sadly, "Pink drinkies were quite strong, and then we thought we could be cool and have tequila, and then we fell over a bit, and it was all a bit blurry, shoes were hurty, we were tired and wanted to go nighty bed and get chips, and Belinda was sick in her handbag." I wasn't sick in my handbag though. I love it. I can relate. Not to the sick in the handbag. But yeah, we feel like we are catching, well, at this age, and remembering all my clubbing days behind, I do feel like trying to catch our lost youth. It's like a balloon, isn't it? It just keeps flying away. Oh dear, that was deep, wasn't it? Right. So yes, I love her. It's great. Go out, rush out. I think they're in the supermarkets, this book. So good. And I just popped to fill a space. This is like the 1st, so February the 1st. Education is important, but playing video games is important. Don't you love grammar? Oh, it does. Actually, I'm not a big snob on grammar because obviously my grammar is not perfect, but I do have a little pet hate, and one of them is when people say like Bob and me, or Sarah and me. It's Sarah and I, and Bob and I. That's the one that gets me. It's because I was corrected on it so much as a child, and now it's ingrained and everybody should speak like that. But other than that, I'm not very snobby on stuff. Right, so Thursday I went to Sally's and I did the cleaning. So Sally gave me these little cutouts before, so I just put one in, skirting boards, because I did do the skirting boards. Scrub and wash them with warm soapy water until your hands get all wrinkly. No, I didn't do that. I used those antibacterial wipes because I'm lazy. And And Sally gave me some lovely stickers. She gave me some cactus stickers, and they're so cute. Then I come back and Anita drove us to Bristol, and we had a little look in Primark, and I bought myself a Stitch t-shirt, as in Lilo and Stitch, not stitched. And then we had lunch at a pub, and this food was nice. I had fish and chips and mushy peas, and it was the real thing. It was lovely. I was a bit worried about ordering fish because I don't like it to be greasy, but it was gorgeous. It was really, really proper food. So that made up for the day before. And then we watched Wicked. Oh my goodness. And it was totally wicked. It was fantastic. I love the song Defying Gravity. I think it's wonderful, and I've been dying to see the show. It's on my bucket list. I've kept the ticket to obviously go in my new book, and it's wonderful. She completely did the song justice. When she hit the high note, it was spectacular. I was actually welled up, and then it was like the interval, and I was thinking, Anita, don't talk to me because I can't even, I'm going to cry. And the last song as well, I really, really appreciate somebody who can sing. I mean, you see people on the telly and they can sing and whatnot, and never quite believe it because there's all this computer thing that can make them all sound like they can sing these days, isn't it? But seeing somebody in real life who can really sing, it just full on is magical, and I loved it. I love going to see the shows. So that was brilliant. When I got home, Jay had gone to his skate lesson, and so I cooked Loki his dinner, and Rachel, and I phoned Rachel after I cooked Loki's dinner, and we had a chat, and we were having a chat about future holidays and what we're going to save for. So I got this money, and I got these little brochures here to show that, and chatting on the phone. On Friday, I did my Tesco's online shop, and then I went back to bed because I wasn't feeling very good. I had like a real stompy headache. When I got up, I went and laid on the sofa, and Rachel phoned me again to tell me that she'd passed out at the doctor's because I don't know if you remember, but she's had the Aussie flu, and she had it. She stayed off, quarantined for a week, and then she did go back to school, but she passed out at school, so they drove her back home. So she's been signed off again, and then she went to the doctor's on that Friday. And she was in there, and she passed out there too. So she's not doing great at the moment. Anyway, she phoned me to tell me all about it. And then we had a chat about maybe in 5 or 10 years. I know this is really, really in the future, but Rachel and I both have to save, and we want to do it really, really properly as well. And we don't know if we're going to take the kids or not. So we're going to knuckle down and save, and go and do, off my bucket list is New England in the fall. But while we're there, Rachel would like to do the whale watching from Boston, and I would like to go to Salem. So we're going to save and do like a big thing like I did with California, when I went to California and Las Vegas and Disneyland for Loki, and we did loads of things in between. We went to like obviously Santa Monica and Venice, and we went to the marina at Long Island. We packed it, so we want to be able to afford everything when we get over there, so it's going to have to be a big save. But what we thought we could do, I've seen some tours actually, and you can start in New York and then go across and do it New England and whatnot. So yeah, that is the plan, and we're going to be a little far off, so 10 years. We just have to see how the savings go, and also she works in a school, so she can only do it in school holidays, so I don't know. But the plan is there, and we're getting our little jars, and we're going to start it, because I have to do some more off my bucket list, and Rachel wants something epic to save for, so that's what we've decided there. In the evening I went to work, and Sue is back, yay! So big smiles, because She's had pleurisy, but she's better now, so she's been off for 3 weeks, so I've been doing it all by myself. Then on Saturday morning, it was mummy and daddy time. I worked on my bucket list and achievements lists on Pinterest, because if I can get them all together there, then it's easy for me to look at Pinterest and then put it in my book that I'm going to do. Went to work and it was very, very busy. Customers make me laugh. Oh my goodness. They are like on another planet, I think. Oh, I got to tell you these 2 little stories from work. Sometimes, like when the customers ring, when I'm taking their postcode, they give me their postcodes phonetically. So, but sometimes they don't know the phonetic alphabet, so they just make up the phonetic alphabet, which is fine, you know. I'm not expecting everybody to know it. But this bloke had was telling me his postcode phonetically, and then he got to a letter, and you know, like you go B for, well, it's for Bravo, but they go B for ball. They do the children's phonetics. But I didn't hear the letter he said. I just heard the word. So he went, for Harold. And I was like, Harold? I was like, what's that begin with? A? And he went, no, H. I was like, oh my God, Harold? H for Harold? I was like, okay then. And then we had another customer the same night phone up and ask, right, we're a Chinese takeaway, just in case you don't watch this channel. I work at a Chinese, yeah? And he phoned up for pancakes. And I went, oh, as in pancake rolls, like spring rolls? And he was like, no, not those. And I went, oh, the pancakes that come with the duck, you know, the wheaten pancakes that you do the duck wraps in? No, not those. And I was like, what, like pancakes, like Shrove Tuesday pancakes? You know, you have syrup with. He went, yeah. I was like, no, we don't make those. What are people thinking? Oh dear. So keep calm and carry on. And then Sunday, we woke up early because Anita phoned us, and she had broken down because she'd run over something, not someone, don't worry, something, and it gone in her tyre and popped it. So Jared had to get up and rescue her. While Jared was out rescuing Anita, I had a cup of tea in bed and watched Dingley Defunication and her sorting out her storage of her images, her magazine images, which has inspired me to copy her. So I will be doing one of those, and you can see how I store my images. I would love to have Ali's filing cabinet, but unfortunately I definitely do not have the room in here, and my husband would be like, why is there a dirty great filing cabinet in the kitchen? So I shall show you on a smaller basis. If you don't have the room to have a filing cabinet, you can maybe copy me. When I loved Ali's pockets, really good idea. And what did I do then? I don't know. I can't remember. I've lost my place. Oh, we went out to lunch at the Rowan Tree Tea Rooms, which is in the old quarry. It's a lovely little place. They used to have foxes there. That they, you know, feed the little foxes. Lots of nature around there, and they always do the best home cooked meals. So I had the home cooked quiche. It was ham and leek with new potatoes and salad, and they do an epic salad. It has everything in the world in it. And Jared had their pie, and Loki had a turkey stuffing Cambry bacon and brie panini, and that come with salad and crisps. Oh, I forgot, I also made the beds, changed the beds in the morning. Terribly exciting, I know. And then I went to work, and it was really cold at work, and I thought I might die because it was so freezing, so I couldn't wait for that night to end. So yes, that is the end of that week. Right, please subscribe, hit the like button, and feel free to comment. I love answering all your questions and seeing that you've watched it, and have a great week, everyone. Take care. Bye.